of looking beyond the specification to improve the everyday experience inside of the vehicle. So far, we have explored the physical engineering. Now, let me move into the digital architecture. The Sierra EV builds further on our Tidal software-defined vehicle platform by strengthening both the onboard software stack as well as the cloud architecture. With greater in-house software capability comes faster development, tighter integration, and the ability to continuously enhance the ownership experience over time. Ultimately, the customer benefits will be through richer personalization, better privacy, and progressive software updates. But perhaps more importantly, the vehicle becomes capable of evolving long after it has left the factory to continuously enhance one of the most visible outcomes of this architecture is the cockpit itself. The customer benefits rather than thinking of the cabin as a single digital space, we've reimagined it around the people inside it. But perhaps more importantly, the driver and co-driver, the vehicle each have their own independent digital long after it has allowing personalized connectivity and experiences without interfering with each other. Is the ultimately itself. At the same time, we've also created what we call a together digital space, a shared digital space where all occupants can enjoy experiences together, whether they are watching a movie, playing some games, multiplayer games, using their phones as controller, or discovering new possibilities that software will continue to unlock over a period of time. Technology should adapt to people, not ask people to adapt to technology. At Tata Motors, we've always believed that sound quality is an integral part of the driving experience. The Sierra takes it further. Working with JBL Black and Dolby Atmos, we've engineered an immersive audio experience that faithfully reproduces the richness and spatial depth intended by the artist. We're also proud to be the first in India to enable Dolby Atmos through Apple CarPlay. Complementing this is the integrated front soundbar, which not only enhances in-cabin fidelity while driving, but also introduces a dedicated soundbar mode, opening up yet another way for customers to enjoy music when the journey pauses. As we enter the era of software-defined vehicles, it is tempting to equate progress with more screens, more features, more information. But if we pause and look at this from the driver's seat, an important question emerges. Does more capability automatically create a better experience? A car is not a smartphone on wheels. It operates at speed, in traffic, in unpredictable real-world conditions, often with families on board. In that environment, the quality of interaction matters far more than the quantity of information. Modern software can generate dozens of data points every second, but the human mind can neither nor should process all of them while driving. So our philosophy for the Sierra EV was very clear. Don't show everything that the system knows. Show only what the driver needs when they need it. Every prompt, every notification, every visual cue was questioned. Does this help the driver or does it distract? The result is hypervision. Vital information projected naturally into the driver's line of sight, reducing distraction, reducing cognitive load, and allowing the driver to remain focused where it matters most on the road ahead. Many of you have seen already through the video our ADAS capabilities in action today. This is a mature and thoroughly validated system, one that has already proven itself in real-world conditions. Rather than revisit each feature, I would simply say this. ADAS is at its best when you hardly notice it, always aware, always ready, quietly working in the background to make every journey safer. That brings us to an important idea. How should and what should intelligent technology actually feel like? We feel and we believe that it should feel like a trusted companion, one that understands its surroundings, one that knows when to assist, and equally importantly, knows when not to. The Sierra EV deliberately avoids overwhelming the driver with unnecessary warnings and notifications. Instead, it trusts that you will make the right decisions. Only when it senses that a situation is becoming genuinely unsafe does it intervene. This is the difference between information and judgment. Ultimately, intelligence isn't about saying more, it's about saying the right thing at the right time. As we conclude the technical story of the Sierra EV, I would like to touch upon one final aspect of engineering that is becoming increasingly important to all of us: sustainability. When we launched the Tiago.ev, we made a commitment that sustainability would not be a story that we told once. It would become something that we demonstrated through every new product that we create. The Sierra EV continues that commitment. Across the vehicle, we have consciously expanded the use of recycled plastics into more components and trim parts, reducing our dependence on virgin materials without compromising on quality, durability, or appearance. The Sierra EV that you will experience is built on sustainable choices, consciously taken to engineer a better and greener tomorrow. Each component on its own may feel very small, but together they represent hundreds of thoughtful engineering decisions that reduce material consumption and move us towards a more sustainable future. Progress towards a more sustainable future won't come from one big idea. It will come from thousands of better choices. This one is ours. Before I close, I would like to acknowledge a group of people whose contribution often remains behind the scenes, but whose engineering is visible in every kilometer that this vehicle will travel. Our supplier partners. Every innovation we have spoken today, every technology we have demonstrated, every validation that has been completed has been the result of countless hours of collaboration between Tata Motors and our supplier partners. They have challenged ideas, they've solved difficult engineering problems, and they've adapted to our demanding requirements. And they've worked alongside our teams with one common purpose: building a better product for our customers. Engineering has never been the work of one company. It's always the outcome of many organizations working together with a shared purpose. To celebrate that partnership, we have created a specially exploded view display of the Sierra EV outside of this auditorium. I would encourage each one of you to spend some time there today. If today's presentation showed you what the Sierra can do, that display will reveal how it all comes together. To our partners, thank you for helping us bring another icon to life. Over the last few minutes, I've spoken about architecture, powertrain, safety, software, and the countless engineering decisions that have shaped the Sierra EV. But ultimately, we don't build technology for its own sake. We build it to give people the confidence to explore, to discover, to experience, to create memories with the people who matter most. Because in the end, the greatest journeys are never measured in kilometers. They're measured in moments. And I would like to close by saying the world was always beautiful. You just needed to look up. Thank you so much. I would now like to call upon my colleague Vivek to take us through features that the Sierra EV has, as well as the experiences that we have enabled for you.
Thank you, Anand, and good evening to all my friends. We've seen over the last 1 hour how the Sierra was designed and engineered to be exceptional. But let's take a step back. For more than a decade now, SUVs have been growing in preference and has become the default typology of choice for Indian consumers. This preference of SUVs is shaped by the rapidly changing lifestyle in India. The SUV, actually, from a vehicle, it's become a stable member of every family, unleashing freedom and inspiring a richer time together. Families escaping the city on a long drive, professionals taking an important call on the go, parents waiting during football practice of their children, children asleep in the second row after a long drive, or just a family enjoying the rain through the sunroof. Today, we see such instances all around us, which was not the case a few years back. However, as we saw earlier, changing times and uncertainties have dramatically enhanced India's move towards electric vehicles. Increasingly, customers want that one electric vehicle that is able to deliver this together experiences exceptionally well. The Sierra.ev is that one vehicle that will enable to deliver a rich upper segment experience along with the features, benefits, and attributes of a technologically advanced EV. To build the Sierra.ev, we started by deeply understanding how today's Indian consumers live, travel, and use their vehicles, shaped by their evolving lifestyles and a rapidly expanding highway network. We broke down various use cases of the Indian customer into 4 broad clusters. First, long journeys with family. Secondly, the daily office commute and city drives. Third, adventures beyond the highway. And lastly, moments when you rather sit back and be chauffeured and enjoy the drive. Each of these cases required a completely different set of features and attributes from a vehicle. And the Sierra.ev has been engineered and curated to excel in every one of them. Ask any SUV owner or buyer what they truly look forward to, what do they dream of when they buy the car, and they will tell you road trips. And every great road trip begins with confidence. Before you even left home, the Sierra.ev's intelligent EV route planner for Android Auto plans the journey for you. Google Map displays the predicted battery level at your destination, seamlessly adding and optimizing charging stops when needed for an efficient and smooth journey. To deliver these predictions, Maps combines advanced energy models with vehicle details like weight and battery capacity, overlaying Google's real-time traffic and road elevation and weather data. Tata is India's first automaker to bring this advanced maps feature to drivers in Android Auto. So for the customers, the conversation changes from when will we make it to where should we go next. Once the journey starts, the Sierra.ev transforms the cabin into a space where family genuinely enjoy spending time together. The Horizon View triple screen transforms the dashboard into a digital lounge, and the Theatre Pro experience powered by the Sonic Shaft soundbar and the immersive Dolby Atmos audio transforms every journey into a private cinema. In fact, for the very first time in India, customers can now experience Dolby Atmos directly from their phone through Apple CarPlay. But there is another reality of modern road trips, and all of us have experienced that. More often than not, when we go on road trips, after a while, every member is immersed into their own screen, in their own little worlds, and that is not what we want. They are physically together, but mentally somewhere else. We introduce Air Console. It's a multiplayer gaming in the Sierra EV, where every passenger's smartphone becomes a gaming controller. Basically, it means that during the drive, all the passengers can come together and play games on the screen in the Sierra.ev. And when the Sierra.ev is stationary, whether you stop to recharge or simply to take a break, the driver can join in, making a shared experience for the whole family. Speaking of charging, with the express charge capability we have already seen, Sierra.ev adds over 250 kilometers of real-world range in just 15 minutes. For the consumer, what it means that by the time you've stretched your legs, grabbed a coffee, and everybody's ready to get back onto the road, the Sierra.ev is more than ready for the drive ahead. Next is when you're on a family trip, practicality matters. We've already seen the generous 622-liter boot absolutely swallows everything that a family holiday demands. And when both your hands are full, the gesture control powered tailgate opens effortlessly, making loading and unloading completely hassle-free. But above all, what matters most is the safety of people traveling with you. That's why the Sierra.ev comes with ADAS Level 2 Plus, ESP, and a strong safety structure engineered to protect your family on every journey. But while road trips create memories, most SUVs actually spend far more time in cities. The daily commute, meetings, groceries, crowded streets, and tight parking is today's reality. Because in a city, it is often the little interactions with your car that shape the ownership experience. And the experience begins before you even get in. You walk up to the Sierra.ev and the NFC card becomes your key through Digi Access. No more searching for keys, you just walk up and get in. You settle into the cool ventilated seats while your phone charges effortlessly, wirelessly. The air purifier with an ionizer quietly keeps the cabin fresh, while the high power HUD places information that you need directly into your line of sight. Then comes one of my favorite features. Anand spoke about it. We've all squeezed into tight basement slots, wondering how we'll get out afterwards. With the e-valet, Sierra.ev can park itself and be summoned out itself when you're boxed in. That's not only the everyday hassle we have set out to eliminate. We've all been in situations where we are pulling over to complete a payment, whether it is in a toll or to buy maybe a coffee. We open multiple apps, search for QR codes, lose control of the wheel. Drive Pay removes all that friction. It lets you pay for charging, recharge your FASTag, or even order your coffee, all through simple voice commands without stepping out of the car. That is real convenience. We also know that some Sierra owners won't stop where the highway ends. They'll keep going further into terrains where confidence matters more than specifications. That's why the Sierra.ev comes with quad-wheel drive, enabling 540 Nm of instant torque. But not only that, it's got 6 terrain modes, off-road assist, and a thrilling boost mode. Clear View Assist lets you see all around the vehicle and even beneath the vehicle, the 540-degree view that we have, giving you confidence exactly when you need it the most, making adventure feel exciting but not uncertain. But sometimes the best seat in the Sierra.ev isn't behind the wheel. Sometimes you simply rather sit back and relax and be chauffeured. And that's where the Sierra transforms once again. The flat rear floor creates genuine lounge-like space. Boss mode gives rear passengers enough room to truly stretch out. Ultra glide suspension with FDD smooths away the broken roads. Relax mode transforms the cabin into a sanctuary of light, sound, and ambience. After a long day at work, simply switch on the relax mode and let the soothing music and calming visuals and ambient lighting help you unwind on the way to your home. Life pods are thoughtfully designed utility spaces all around the Sierra that keep your everyday essentials within easy reach. From bottles and gadgets to travel accessories, everything has its place. So, if we step back and look at the kind of experiences and tech the Sierra.ev comes with, it delivers more value than even cars probably 60 lakh and above. Sierra.ev truly embodies the philosophy of making premium experiences accessible to far more people. And perhaps the best example of this philosophy can be seen in how we built the personas. Now I'll show behind me on the screen a list of many features that the Sierra comes with. 12-inch infotainment, 10-inch instrument cluster, wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, ultra glide suspension with FDD, R18 alloy wheels, EPB with auto hold, rear sun blinds, and disc brakes. That's a long list of features. You might be wondering why I'm saying all this. All this is absolutely standard on the Sierra right from the base variant, Sierra.ev from the base variant. Every Sierra.ev delivers the core promise, the space, the technology, the safety, the craftsmanship, and the experience. And once you've chosen the Sierra.ev, the final expression of your personality comes down to one thing, the colors. With the Sierra.ev, we are introducing a new shade, the Rishikesh Rapids, inspired by the green tinted rapids of the Ganges. And for customers choosing our quad wheel drive variants, there's the exclusive Nainital Nocturne, a deep sophisticated shade that reflects the quiet confidence and commanding presence of our most capable Sierra.EV. Now, as we come to the end, before I leave the stage, there's one more thing. Electric vehicles are built for a cleaner future. And perhaps nowhere is that more meaningful than in the many national parks across India. India is home to more than 100 national parks, welcoming millions of visitors every year to experience some of the world's richest wildlife and natural habitats. Yet, across many of these parks, jungle expedition vehicles have remained largely unchanged for decades. Many still rely on aging vehicles that are noisy, produce tailpipe emissions, are underpowered, and simply aren't built for a modern experience. Over the past few years, we have heard one request repeatedly from forest officials, departments, wildlife authorities, and jungle resorts across the country. Can Tata Motors build a jungle expedition EV? Being the leaders in EV, can we do that? Today we have it. Built on our advanced active.EV architecture with quad-wheel drive and instant electric torque, the Sierra.EV is the ideal foundation for a next-generation jungle expedition vehicle. Its near-silent, zero-emission electric drive lets visitors experience the forest as nature intended, while delivering the capability and instant response needed to confidently tackle demanding terrain. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce a very special expression of the Sierra.EV, the Tata Sierra.EV Sanctuary. And for everybody here, the Sierra.EV Sanctuary is on display in our walk-around zone. You can look at it later. Now, let's have the complete look at the package that is Sierra.EV. I want to just tell everybody, especially our media friends, that kindly remain in your seats. We have a little bit of a show coming up, and you will experience it best in your seats, and don't come forward. So let's get the Sierra.EV onto the roads. Thank you.
Presenting to you the Sierra.EV. Now, I request the leadership team to please join us on stage for a group photograph. Thank you, everyone. I request all media personnel to kindly take your seats. Mr. Chandra, may I kindly request you to remain with us as we now move into one of the most anticipated moments of today's launch.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Sierra EV truly redefines what an SUV can be. You have seen how it combines authentic SUV capability, exhilarating performance, live space on the go, real world freedom, advanced technology, and legendary safety. It stays true to the Sierra legacy while setting a new benchmark for the future, which is why we believe that the Sierra EV is not only a great electric SUV, it is the most desirable SUV in this segment. And now comes the final question that many of you have been waiting for, the price. I am delighted to announce that the Sierra EV range will start at the price of this is a price that brings India's most desirable SUV within reach of a whole new generation of customers. And now, let's take a look at the complete Sierra EV pricing range.
I would like to outline that the empowered A persona will also be offered with the QWD powertrain. The Sierra EV truly brings back a legendary nameplate in its most modern and advanced avatar. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sierra EV, the SUV that India has been waiting for. Bookings open today and deliveries will start from 15 July. Thank you.
Now, as we conclude today's live showcase, we extend our heartfelt appreciation to the media, our partners, our global audiences watching online, and the entire Tata.ev family for witnessing history tonight. Before we close, we have a few important announcements.